Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today it's time to talk about recycling and holiday recycling and a lot of other things. And of course, we have the recycling expert with us today. Miss Carla, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Fantastic. So Carla works with the Dubois County Solid Waste Management District. She is their director there. So you guys, of course, every single year you do all of the county's recycling and all of these various things that people maybe don't see behind the scenes. But specifically every year around the holiday time, you guys really have a push about recycling old Christmas lights. So that's kind of what we want to start talking about today, as well as some other exciting things that the Solid Waste District is involved in. So tell us what we need to know about recycling this holiday season.
Yeah, so we're really excited. I believe this is the 7th year that we have been doing the holiday light recycling program, and that's in partnership with Rural King and Jasper, and also Jasper Salvage. So we manage the whole program. You can go to Rural King anytime they're open. We have 2 really nice decorated barrels. Those are not trash cans, by the way.
Not trash cans.
Nice decorated barrels at the entrance, and those are for any holiday lights that you want to get rid of. So, we say Christmas lights. Folks have ones that are still working that they wanted to switch to LED. These all get recycled, and every year we get like almost a ton of lights. So, I mean, that's, we get like 1,500 pounds of lights every year. So that is from now until, we usually do it right before the Martin Luther King holiday. So right through mid-January, you can take those anytime the Rural King is open. So, and those do get recycled. It's the wiring inside them that is the valuable recyclable material. So, so we're just excited to do that program again.
Right. And when you say it is a ton every single year, you're not exaggerating. This is the actual weight limit or tonnage that you guys actually end up recycling. And again, you mentioned this is your 7th year. That also means that you guys have been recycling a lot of tons. How much has that accumulated over the past few years?
Yeah, you know what? I should have looked at that information before I came because it was in my media release. But I want to say it's been about 15,000 pounds. So that's like a little under 8 tons.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, and it's great. People enjoy doing it. And they really appreciate kind of having, being able to do that instead of throw those in the trash. So, and I also want to mention, you can bring those to our process center as well, during our regular hours, but most folks just take them to Rural King, and then our staff come and, hand take those out of those bins every other day just to keep those fresh so they don't overflow. So
absolutely. Yep. And with that, we want to take in as many lights as possible, and that also means ensuring that there's enough room in the boxes. You say they're maintained over almost every single day, which is fantastic. However, that does not mean that you can put the rigid shapes in these containers too, right?
That's right. Yeah. So sometimes people have questions like, can I just bring the light bulbs? No, because it's really the wiring that we're after. I mean, if it's the complete strand, that's what we're looking for. We can't really take the rigid shapes. And then, if you have a box of bulbs, no, we're not going to be able to recycle those just individually. So the wiring, and then like sometimes we'll have folks, they'll, some of these pre-lit trees, the lights go bad on them. And so we'll even have people that have clipped the wiring off of those. That's fine as long as that's in a bag, it can just go straight in the barrel just like that, or you can put it like in a bag or something like that. But yeah, no rigid shapes, and mainly just any of the holiday light strands themselves, not just individual bulbs that you had. We do get that every once in a while, and unfortunately we just have to toss those. We'll take them out of the cardboard box, recycle the cardboard, and toss the bulbs. But the strands can have the bulbs on. That is no problem whatsoever. Yeah, but we don't want popcorn bags in there.
Yes, no popcorn bags. It is not a trash can. This is a limited time deal. Just be mindful when you're walking in and out of Rural King to make sure that you use the right facilities. There are trash cans and there are light containers, so that is something to keep note as well.
I only say that because we do get some trash in those, and people are just not paying attention. But they are bright, decorated barrels this year. Thanks to our operations manager who hand painted those, and they say Christmas lights on them. So that's what they're for, and they will be there through mid-January.
Very good, very good. So let's, stay on the topic of recycling. It is the holiday season. We've got some exciting things to share about what the solid waste has been doing here locally to celebrate that. But before we get into that as well, let's talk about electronics recycling, because that's going to be a big thing as Santa comes to town. There's going to be new electronics coming into the household, which means maybe those old electronics will either sit in a container, or they will be, recycled so that people can, use those batteries or whatever, properly dispose of them.
Yeah. So at the Solid Waste Management District Process Center, we take all kinds of different stuff. We try to focus on the items that the drop sites cannot take, and so a lot of times those do have charges associated with them. But we take any kind of electronics, from your smallest old flip phone that's been in that drawer for 10 years to, a giant TV, et cetera. So all of those electronics, you're really not supposed to throw those away in the state of Indiana. It's actually against the law to throw them away. But what we really want to do is make sure that those do get recycled, because there are parts of those that can be valuable to remake into other products. So we are able to recycle all of those items. The one special thing we have for the smartphones and tablets, any kind of cell phone, tablet, small device, all 5 of our libraries have recycle bins that we maintain. So you can, anytime the library is open, you can take an old phone or tablet in to be recycled at any of those libraries. Now, you can also bring those to the process center as well anytime we're open. Then the larger items, we can take any kind of appliance, any kind of electronic. If you have an old fax machine like in the basement from like the 1980s, we will take it. Then that'll just cost you $1. So most electronics are $1. And then when we get up to like the TVs, those cost a little bit more, but we can accept all of those. So as you're getting those new items, please recycle your other items, not just because in Indiana you're not supposed to throw that in the trash, but because we don't want to put that in the trash. Those can be the items from the different parts of those can be made back into valuable things. And we want, since that stuff is already in the U.S., we don't want to have to import it. We want to reuse and recycle what we can on that. Some folks always ask, like, what do you guys do with those electronics? So
right.
We do have a secure vendor. We keep those on site. And then we have a secure vendor called Green Wave Computer Recycling. And they do a really great job of making sure that everything is secure. So you don't really have to worry about that, about your data. So
right. And of course, whether you are a IT expert yourself, or maybe you've got someone in your family that can help, you can always scrub your data beforehand.
Yes.
And if you're ever worried, that's where the second step comes in, and you have that peace of mind too.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Very good. So again, as you get maybe that new phone that you've been wanting, or a new tablet, or as computers come and go, because everything has a lifespan, although we hate to see it come sooner rather than later, consider recycling, because those materials can be reused, and then again, you don't have to worry about more clutter in your house as well.
That's right.
So Carla, you guys have been busy as well. Again, you've got your recycling of holiday lights this holiday season. You've got the processing center and all of the recycling that you guys do there on a regular basis. But you guys have been a little busy doing some decorating at the Dubois County Museum. So what do you have going on there this season?
That's right. For the first time ever, we have decided to take part in the Festival of Trees at the Dubois County Museum. And It was really fun. So those trees are up from now until about January 6th. But you can go and vote for your favorite tree. And so we have a tree that our operations manager, Danielle, she made all of the ornaments for that, and they're all made out of recycled materials. So it's pretty neat to see. We did a couple of Facebook posts on it, but we want you to go to the museum, check it out yourself. There's 54 different trees as part of that Festival of Lights, and you can vote for your favorite tree. So I'm not saying, you have to vote for our tree, but we also have some goodies that we have next to our tree that we get in from the uncirculated mail that we get come in. So we've got 2026 calendars, unused Christmas cards and envelopes, and some stickers and other things right next to our table that's next to our tree that you can feel free to grab. That's anytime the museum is open. And I think voting goes through December 18th. But it's just beautiful what they do, that they have all the different organizations and all the towns have their own tree. It's a really nice event. Great thing to take folks that are maybe visiting from out of town to, or take the whole family to. So we're happy to be part of that this year.
Fantastic. And again, I cannot highlight how important it is that you guys not only use recycled materials to decorate the tree, but you're using recycled materials that a lot of people think are junk mail or extra mail in the circulation that you've gotten from various areas here in the county, and you're able to repurpose that.
That's
and
right.
maybe give them to someone who's actually looking for something like that for free.
Yep.
So, Carla, remind us as well, we were talking a lot about the processing center. For anyone who's not been to the main hub of our recycling here in Dubois County, will you maybe remind us where you guys are located? And again, remind us about what goes on there and all the different recycling things that you hit, because that's kind of like the main area.
Yeah. Have you got an hour? No, anyway, so yeah, the process center, we're just outside of town, just outside of Jasper. We're on a county road, just off Old Huntingburg Road. It's 1103 South, 350 West. We are open 8 to 1, Monday through Friday. And then we do have one Saturday a month that we're open from 8 to noon. The last one of those we will do December 6th. And then we won't have the Saturdays until spring again in March. So, but 8 to 1, Monday through Friday. And we take everything from your, so we take any kind of electronics, any type of appliances, including refrigerant-based appliances. We take large items such as a couch or a chair. We take fluorescent bulbs, really a little bit of everything that we take into this, and we always say you can go to our website, DuboisCountyRecycles.org, and we have a waste wizard there, so you can just put in what your item is, and it will tell you if we take that or if there's someplace else in the county that takes that. And we take phone calls all the time, so we're more than happy to answer your questions about what we take, how much it might cost. If we don't take it, we're more than happy to kind of help you find a solution for either that disposal or recycling item. So.
And if anyone has any questions about the holiday recycling program or anything like that, what's a good phone number just for our listeners or viewers to keep write down on their way out today?
Yeah, so it's 812-482-7865. And we do have that on our Facebook page with the directions and exact address as well, and also on our website. So we're easy to find as long as you have that address. And and our phone number is on both of those places as well.
Fantastic. Carla, is there anything else you'd like to mention today? Again, you've got one of your probably biggest campaigns of the year with lights going on right now, and we want to keep you busy recycling things so that we can maybe see them repurposed in the future. But anything you want to add today?
Just know everyone have a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and just happy holidays. So don't forget to recycle.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in today, giving us some recycling knowledge, and best of luck with your recycling campaigns, and happy holidays to you as well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That has been your In.form today with the Dubois County Solid Waste District. Once again, inviting residents to recycle their old and unwanted strands of Christmas lights for this annual holiday recycling program as it returns for its 7th year this year. Again, if you want more information about the recycling program or anything like that, you can find them on Facebook as well. And this has been In.form on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. Inform.